going to hear from the best man. Mrs. Kathy. And next, Mr. Eric after that.
Hello all. I'd like to thank you all for being here, especially the parents of Jesse and Gina. I'd also like to say Happy Mother's Day. Someone stole that from me. To Jesse and Gina's moms. Welcome to the best man speech, aka the warning speech to the bride's parents that came too late. I would first also like to take a moment of silence so I can take a look at Jesse and how nervous he is. Don't worry, Jesse. I've only had 3 beers and a bunch of vodka. I have known Jesse ever since we hit puberty, and he said, "Hey, I'd like to be friends." Thank God that's as far as it went. We grew up drinking pot and smoking beers. How much has changed? Other than my brain cell count, of course. The best thing about knowing Jesse is that every moment is always fun with him. That's really who Jesse is. He's just a lot of fun. Whether it's traveling to Mexico, exploring and hiking, or just sitting on the couch watching TV, and of course making food, I always have a great time with you, and so does everyone else. Jesse, I know you're going to make a wonderful husband and a great father. I know this because you've been the best friend to me ever. I'd also like to thank you directly for the opportunity to be your best man and ask, what the hell were you thinking? Asking me to be your best man is as risky as asking R. Kelly to babysit your kids in his free time. Oh, he's still out there. Yeah, we don't know. But they're a serious concern. Well, at least you know the kids will get to bed on time. Still out there. Brad has known Jesse longer than me, and was supposed to be the best man. When Jesse asked me, he said, "Yeah, it would be Brad. But to be the best man, you kind of have to be able to read." After Jesse asked me to be his best man, I'm pretty sure he asked, "Hey, Albritton, can you recommend a good dentist?" For 20 years, now I get you back. For those of you that don't know Albritton, he's actually a pretty attractive fella. Until he smiles, or laughs. Lennon, don't worry. Jesse specifically asked me not to make any jokes about you in this speech, because your family owns Jesse's favorite bar in the world. And he told me not to do anything to mess that up. Lennon, have you gotten taller and more handsome today? But back to Jesse. If I could describe Jesse in one word, it would be awesome. If I could explain him in 2 words, it would be caring and thoughtful. If I could explain him in 3 words or more, it would be, oh my God, he posted something to my Facebook wall, I have to get to a desktop. Timeline Review was created because of Jesse. Speaking of which, did you guys see that sick breakfast sandwich that Jesse made on Insta today? Hashtag woke, Jesse. Jesse's social media posts are like when a light flashes on the dashboard of your car, and you get scared. Then you realize it's just low windshield washer fluid, and you go, meh, I'll deal with that later. When Cambridge Analytica got to your profile, they said, "Whoa, too much information. Pass." Jesse also likes to FaceTime on the first call. Mine different time zones, by the way. Wow, how polite. An unexpected intrusion into my personal life. Jesse, if I wanted to see a mirror image of my face and your name on my forehead, I would just go back to high school and pass out at a party. perfect friend to me, even when I have not been. You always cheer me up when I'm down. But now that includes Gina in those moments. I love you, brother. I would also like to thank Jesse's parents, for without them, he'd still be in Korea. Richard. Richard Appel is a really cool father who's always been there for us. I mean that. Richard. He's actually quite the statesman now. But the state of Nevada. Still living in Vegas, Richard? What a wholesome place. I know you say you moved to Vegas for a great new job, but I actually think you felt living in Vegas would have less of a liability than when Jesse came home for breaks in D.C. Thank you for being such an amazing father and allowing us teenagers to be trusted not to throw parties when you were away. Nice loft. As it may show, Richard is where Jesse gets his school side from. Jesse's mom is Catherine Meyer. There you are. Next. All right, then. And she's an absolutely wonderful, adorable free spirit that made adopting kids to the world way cool before Madonna or Angelina Jolie ever did. The best thing about Jesse's mom is that she truly cares about Jesse and Gina. She cares so much that last week Jesse actually went to the courthouse in California to get the marriage certificate. But she was too busy to make it, and it really upset her. Yeah, too busy and upset at Jazz Fest, and both weekends. While Jesse walked up to the judge's counter completing paperwork, she was walking down Shakedown Street in New Orleans asking for papers. Probably the truth. I made that up, but it's probably true. As you can tell. Yeah, okay. Fact. As you can tell, Kathy is where Jesse gets his fun side from. Eric, you get an honorable mention and a participation trophy. I don't know exactly where you are in the audience, but I can picture you doing the Eric face. Eric, thanks for all the great conversations we had while Jesse and Kathy yelled at each other from different floors of your house. Hey, look. Jesse's sisters have also been a major force in his life. Sarah and Joanna, thanks for keeping this idiot in check. Unfortunately for you, he has also been quite the influence on you. To Gina's parents, I want you to know that this is not just a deal where you get one guy. You get an amazing guy. There's no more jokes after this. You get an amazing guy and all his friends and family. We promise to support, love, and care for them for eternity. In addition, I'm sure you're both very happy, but equally scared as your daughter fully moves into a position where she will continue on your legacy, but take on serious responsibility. Parents always want to know that the child is going to be okay. I can tell you now that Jesse and Gina will not just be okay. They will be excellent. They will be adventurous. They will thrive together. Your daughter Gina is such a breath of fresh air, a flash of lightning, and you damn well know she brings the thunder. She's been nothing but kind. She's been nothing but kind, compassionate, and just a grand friend since I've known her. Gina, most wedding speeches say, "Welcome to the family." But I feel that would be redundant. I think I can speak for everyone in the room that you've been a part of our family since the moment we met you. We love you, Gina. That's it. Get that guy out. No more until it's kicked out. So as I conclude my speech, there's more. So as I conclude my speech, I'm reminded of the feelings of joy I had while writing this, but also the fears that came along with it. As we know in this world, it is dangerous to go alone. So take this advice. Remember to always take your partner, Gina, and always take the harder and more adventurous path, and make all decisions together. If you do, your story will write itself, and you will be proud when you read back upon it. And also, pencil me in when you can, because as with everyone else in this room, I'm rooting for your happiness, and I want to be a part of it. The next chapter is going to be the best part of your story, so please make the most of it. The novel that will be your life together will certainly be a fascinating read. I love you, Jesse and Gina. To my best friend, and the real best man in the room, Jesse Meyer Appel.